Here's the window reset procedure for 350Z right-hand drive non-American version. So I'll go through it for you because I looked at the American ones, but none of them seem to quite directly relate to what I wanted to do. So here's my one. Like it or hate it, I don't care. First tool I've got, I'll go for the other tools in a minute, but is my little torch. You should always have a little torch. I know you millennials and Gen Z young guys use your phones, but I find phones hopeless. I'm old school. I like to have a little torch. There's tons of stuff on modern cars where a little torch is going to help you. So go get your little torch. Go buy one or something. Okay, here's the problem. This is 350Z, whatever. That's what it does, and apparently it needs to be reset. Have a reset button pushed, which is inside the door trim here somewhere. I haven't done this before on this car. I've done Toyota pinch resets before, which I think is different procedure, slightly different procedure. Tools at this stage, as far as I can tell, is Phillips screwdriver, and I've got a flathead and a kind of a smaller custom flathead here, but anyway, smaller flathead, just to the flatheads are just for taking tabs off for where screws are, and the Phillips one's obvious. There's a trim behind here, that's the trim there that I've taken off, and then behind there, that just levers off, and behind that you can see there's a bolt with a Phillips head and a hex head on it. Apparently that needs to come out, and then down here in that little tray thing or whatever, lever that tab out, and then there must be something behind that. I'll get to that next. Okay, so it looks like for behind this thing, that this is going to be the best option for that 10mm socket. Okay, so there's I've levered this out from the ends with a flathead screwdriver. That's a clip at the end, and that other end goes, I'll try and get it, yeah, it's got a sort of a thing, pronged thing that sticks out there that goes, folds into that slot there, and there is a couple of 10 mils here that I think look like maybe they need to come out, so I'm going to take those out and then see if that's going to make things okay to lift the trim out. Okay, so the trim lifted off fine, just unclipped out, and then you lift it up, and of course somebody has been in here before, so that, I think this is probably that's why there's this weird looking tape here. I think that's the reset switch there, and this is probably the original seal thingy or whatever that was over it, so somebody put an extra bit of tape because they wanted to put an extra bit of tape. So I'm going to just check what the procedure is now and then film that. Okay, next two things, need to unplug the, once the trim's off and everything, need to, and you've unclipped this out already obviously, you need to unclip this from its two wiring plugs, which are here. You need a flathead screwdriver to kind of push down on that at the same time as pushing it out. So get those two out, and then you need to unclip these two, it's the door opener and door lock mechanism. So they go, that one there, one's in the sort of in the center and one's at the top. So you just kind of pull the white piece up and then pull the ball part out of where it goes. And then you can just take the whole trim off and get it out of the way, because you need to do that because apparently we need to shut the door to do this reset procedure. So we'll be plugging that switch back in and then doing the actual procedure with the door shut and the key on. So we'll get to that next. Okay, windows rolled all the way up, just done normally without the automatic, flicking out the automatic thing all the way to the top with the door shut. We've got the window switch plugged in, and so what you do is you go to the reset button, which is down there. You probably can't see it very well, but you'll see it when you see it on your go to the reset button. You push that down, hold it in, and then roll the window all the way down without the automatic feature at the same time, and then release those buttons. I don't have 3 hands, so I couldn't film me doing that, but I held the reset button in, and at the same time I rolled the window down without using the auto feature. Then I rolled it all the way up again without using the auto feature. So now when I use the auto feature, which of course means I flick that switch right up, it's not popping down again like it was before, and hopefully it won't do that, or if it does, then I have to get back in here and do all this again. So of course installation is the opposite of what you've done, putting the these thingies back into their right respective places on the lock and opener assembly. Take this out again without the power on, or you make sure the power's off when you unplug that, by the way. So I'll turn my key off now. So make sure your power's off when you plug and unplug window switches on Toyotas and Nissans and so on, otherwise this whole reset procedure can get stuffed up again. And then put the trim back on and blah blah blah, reverse of what you did, and then you should be sorted. Okay, so I've put it back together. It's doing everything normally now. When you open the door, the window pops down a little bit, which is normal for these, and then when you shut the door, the window pops up a little bit. And when I put the power on, auto down all the way. Now I'm going to do auto up all the way, which is where I had the problem, and it stays up, whereas before most of the time it was popping down to about halfway. And this is our 2004 DE Track Edition Z, but it's a Track Edition Auto. Everything's pretty stock on it. We added anniversary wheels, which have been refurbished. It's got a Fujitsu catback exhaust, which came with it, which some people tell me that's actually stock. I'm not really sure on these. I understand Fujitsu to be aftermarket, but maybe the Track Editions had them fitted to them. I wouldn't have a clue. But that's our Z.